struggles for me. It was very interesting as well. So I totally understand when you are busy with your job and you have a lot of work going on, and then you might have family, you have kids, you might have a pet, and you kind of live like by really the last minute. You get prepared everything in the morning, you get up early in the morning, get everything done, go to work your hours, and then you're trying to fit in maybe like some sport or do some readings. But it's like you come home, it depends on your job, but I have a lot of clients who are coming home by around 8 p.m. And then they do dinner, and they was like, if I start doing sport, like, because that's so important for the health as well, if I start doing some sport or do some meditation or yoga on top, I won't get into bed before like midnight, and then I wake up at 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning and I'll be super tired as I'm not getting my 8 hours sleep. I can do it for a couple days or a few days, but on a long term, that's not something I can function on. And that's totally right, because the body needs some sleep as well. Like, I have some people I know who are saying, I don't need much sleep, like my body is fine with like 4 hours sleep. Yeah, because you trained your body to do that, but actually there are some rules. I read a very, very old Ayurveda medicine book, and it was very interesting. There was a very interesting chapter, and they were saying that every hour there's one nerve system or energetic system repairing itself, and it takes about an hour. In this book they started to talk about the chakras. So they say we have 7 chakras, and for each hour one chakra is repairing. So, and as well as the overall body. So the last chakra which is repairing is actually the heart chakra. So if we always cut short on the last hour of sleep, you will feel it. This is as well like where a lot of people are getting anxiety, they can't breathe properly, and different ailments can happen. I'm not saying that's a rule, but that's something that can happen. I found this chapter and the idea they were sharing very, very interesting. There's not something that I personally have read any researches about where I can prove it, but then I don't speak in so I don't know if there's any research in India about this, because I couldn't find any in English. So anyhow, still it's pretty proven that we need at least like 7 hours sleep. There are researchers coming out, some are coming shorter, some are going for like 8 hours, but the most important thing is listen to your body and what is right for you, how you feel good. Some people maybe can function really, really well on 6 hours, but by saying function really well on 6 hours sleep, cut out all your energy drinks, cut out all your caffeine, all the sugar you're taking throughout the day to stay on a hype, because this is fake. This is like you give your body a lot of booze and you eat all this poison and put it into your body just so it can function more. So like for me personally, I need actually 8 to 9 hours sleep so I can function perfectly the entire day, do my exercises, work like 8 hours a day. I can build all the strategies for my clients, have like presentations and everything, and I come home and I still feel great when I have enough sleep. But when I have like only 6 hours sleep or anything below like 7.5, I just function. I can't function properly. Like I get a headache maybe, like if it's a really full-on day when I'm like working on spreadsheets. This is why I get really, really tired, because it's like a full-on head work. And when you have presentations as well, this is where you are super focused for hours. And yeah, this is where I, for example, can get headaches. And this is like really important. This is what I personally, for my work-life balance, I really try to have enough sleep. And it's important for you as well to listen to your body, to say, good, when is the time when I function the best tell you, oh, you have to sleep 7 hours or you have to sleep 9 hours. I personally can't tell you that, because you have to listen to your body and make the decision what your body really needs. This is something what we talk in Ayurveda a lot about, because every person is different and every body is different. We can't take all bodies in one and say like this is the right thing. So for the work-life balance, this is super, super important, because we have these fancy magazines which are telling us what to wear, what to eat, what's trendy, what's good for you. But that's the thing, they tell you something generic, like it's a general, like the paleo diet, for example. I have a lot of people who think that paleo diet is the best thing they have ever tried and that totally works for them, and it's great. But I know so many other people who destroyed their balance in their body completely with that diet, and we needed to rebalance it, and they needed to be on a really, really strict diet for a long time so they could function properly again. So not every diet is for everybody working the same way. This is why I love Ayurveda so much, because we see everybody as its own, because with all your doshas, whatever you are, whatever stage your body are, it's perfect. Like the way you were born is perfect the way you are. And we are trying always to get back to this point where you felt the best in your life. And some of us, that was when we were like 7 years old. Or what happened to me is I have a milk protein intolerance. So this means all animal milk products can't be digested in my body, and my body is just reacting with an inflammation. So I couldn't tell when I was feeling the best, because you know, when you grow up and you're a child, in every meal and everything you eat as a child, there's milk in there. So since I can think back, I had bellyache, I was sick, I felt nausea, like it was really, really bad. And it was all the years since I can think back, I was sick. And that was the reason, because nobody could figure out what was happening, because especially after like a few years we had lactose tests, but nobody is testing you on the protein. And when I drank the lactose to see if I'm intolerant, the test was negative. I wasn't intolerant to lactose, but I was puking my guts out. I was so sick at the same time, and the doctor looked at me and he was like, I can't explain this. So that was very interesting. Months later we figured out it's the protein. So it doesn't matter if it's goat milk or if it's cow milk, everything makes me sick, which is like, has got some animal milk protein in it. So however, so why I'm telling this story is just to see that everybody is the same. So, but then because I can't eat any milk products doesn't mean it's bad for you either. So, I mean, it's proven we shouldn't eat too many milk, especially processed animal products. I mean, it's proven. But for some people who might be intolerant to some other, some other things, like, I don't know, good sources for calcium, maybe like vegetables. For you, it's probably a good solution to drink milk. So it depends on. So, you know, this is the thing where like we look at the body at itself, how your body works, what works best for you, and when do you feel the best. And this is the important thing to understand. So not read some magazine, take the trends out of this magazine and whatever some stars are telling you or whoever, but actually taking on, you know, take some time, go deep inside you and feel, when do you feel the best? What is it you are eating? What is it you're drinking when you feel the best? Is it more water you're drinking, or are you a person who needs some water with taste? Is it water with some sparkling water or more minerals in there? So these are the things which we have to consider. Is as well, like, not everybody says like, oh, I drink 2.5 liters of water a day and I'm feeling great, because there's some people who need like way over 3 liters because they're so active people, and they run around the house at least for like 3 kilometers or even more. So yeah, these are the things to consider. How's your lifestyle? How do you feel the best? And when or what should you do for your work-life balance? So you can always jump on a strategy call. We can go through this step by step for yourself, for your body and your lifestyle, because as well, like, it depends on the lifestyle. We have some people who work in retail, so they work till like sometimes 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the evening, or people in Hong Kong even till midnight. So it depends on where you're from, how the opening hours are, and how you're working to give you a tip or give you a great advice on the work-life balance. So yeah, so work-life balance can look like something, or something that you should add in. This is a great topic, maybe I should share something you should add in your week, because sometimes it doesn't work on a daily basis. So I would rather say in your week, have one time where you have some space to just meditate. And meditation is something that not everybody can do in the same way. So for some it's better to do walking meditation, for some people it's good to do sitting meditation, for some people it's good to do a music meditation. So as well, like, you can dance and meditate at the same time, which is a really great way to start into meditation by doing some movements. And the most important thing is, by doing a meditation, to stop your head and your minds from just flowing away. But every time when you start realizing, oh, my minds are going towards work, towards my friends, and towards other places, rather than being in your body, you just catch it and you get it back to you. And just feel how your body feels like. Just be in the now and focus on your body. Like when you dance, for example, it's really good to feel the music. Or when you're walking, to feel just like, how does the trees sound like how do my body feel right now, how does the wind smells, like all these kind of things. So you can really truly be in the now, focus on your body, and do that at least once a week. Take some time. I would really recommend like at least 30 minutes. If it's not a silent meditation, if you've never meditated, maybe don't do a silent meditation for 30 minutes. It's a very, very long time. So I would rather do then a guided meditation, or do the dancing, moving meditation, do some yoga. You can as well do meditative yoga. This is as well focusing on your body more than doing fancy handstands. No, I love yoga. I'm just not a big fan of doing fancy figures, which is super great for the ego, but it's not necessary for doing yoga. However, the other thing about being in the balance with your work and with the stress is, I shared it in another video, and that's going to your happiness place. It's whenever you feel stressed. It's like during the courses with my clients, I always create this feel good now situation for them, or techniques, so they, every time when they start feeling not good, feeling stressed, feeling super tired, there are different emotions and different feelings where you can have different exit strategies. So for example, when you're super exhausted and you had like a 5 or 6 day week and you're just tired and you're coming home, maybe going for a run is not a good solution to get out of this feeling exhausted and not feeling well at the moment. But actually it's better than maybe going into the sauna, doing a little fire in the garden, or just going somewhere else to rest and to give your body the rest. So, but then as well, it depends on your body, because I have as well people who are working 6 hours a day and they still have so much energy that they can go for like 2 or 3 hours into the gym, and they say like, oh, I feel way better for that. But that's something you really have to listen to your body, see what works for you, when do you feel the best, and do this. So if you ever need help with that, definitely come on a call, you know, write a comment, write an email, and I'm really happy to help you and see what's the best strategy working for you. So I think this is a really good solution as well, sometimes to talk to someone. We have group calls, so you can as well just share your ideas, and there are other people who are already doing it for a longer time maybe than you, have ideas which they can share, and as well suggest to you some ideas of like what's maybe working better for you. Because sometimes I know that personally, I grew up in a more Russian traditional family, so it depends on the food and everything was a little bit more towards that. So when I met my first friends who were really like obsessed with healthy foods, that was like a very interesting experience for me, because they come up with ideas like in the morning to drink ginger. So you cut ginger, you put it in your cup, you fill it to like the half of the cup with hot boiling water, then you let it stand for like 4 minutes or something, or 5 to cool it down, and then you pull mango juice in it. And that was for me mind-blowing. I have never tried such a thing, and I was like, this tastes so weird. But after I drank it a couple of times, I actually really liked it, because it's kind of like you have your juice in the morning, but as well like the ginger, and you mix it together, and it was great, and it worked for me super good. But that's something like they have done since they've been like children. It's like my mom or my grandma always been doing it for me. I loved it. And especially in the cold season and the flu season, that's something that works really great. But then as well, that's the question, does it work for you? And this is where I come in as an expert, because if you are like a person where raw ginger is actually bad for you, or maybe can cause some intolerances, this is where I will suggest to you to maybe have a different type of tea. This is like what we do always with my clients as well, an analysis to see what kind of person are you. It's very important. You can do a lot of free tests as well just on the internet to see or to give you an idea what kind of dosha type you are. Important to understand about that, doshas are like from Ayurveda, so back to the topic Ayurveda. So it's important to understand that every person has got 3 types, like the dosha types in our body, and it's totally normal to have 3 types and to have them to a different level. So you might have like, you're a major Pitta person or you're a major Kapha person, but you will have all 3 doshas in your body to a different level. And this is like as well to know that it's very important, because some tests don't show you that, and it's really important to see, this is what I'm looking at with my clients, what are your dosha type as well in your digestive system, or what are your dosha type in your whole energy, like your body energy, because this is something we have to consider for our work-life balance. Like for example, I'm like my energy level, I'm a super Vata person, and Vata means I have energy and I have a lot of energy, but only for a short of time. So while Pitta people can go on with their energy for hours and hours, and they can go for walks, they can walk for like 14 kilometers across Paris, and then they go partying afterwards. And I'm more like a person, I walk from the Champs-Élysées to like one area where I really want to go, and then I need a break. I need to eat, I need a break, and this is where my energy level just goes down. And there's no point to trying to force your body to do something what is normal for a Pitta person if you are not that type of person. So you can't do that, and it won't work, because then you push your body actually into a burnout. And this is like another topic with a burnout is as well, like, because we are trying to hold up the energy level or the pace which is going on today, but most of us actually can't, especially like Kapha people. They are more like this relaxed person who loves to chill on the couch. If this person, this person is exhausted, is being forced by the partner or by the little, you know, critics in their mind, which is saying kind of like, oh, you're lazy if you're staying at home, you're just getting bigger, you're fat enough, you should go like, you should go to the gym now. For this person, it's actually super difficult then to go to the gym, to perform the way they want to perform, because it's more like kind of a relaxed person. So this person would be better to go and do some Pilates instead, some relaxing exercises, instead of going to the gym and pumping. Yeah, so that's that's the whole idea behind it. So for myself, it's something I can do high performing stuff, and I can perform at a really high level, but only for a short amount of time, and then I need my break. And this is what I put into my work-life balance as well, especially at work, because if I keep going, being like, for example, I can be on stage, but if I'm being on stage entertaining people for like 9 hours with like only 1 hour break, I'll be super exhausted, and I will be probably having a headache by the end of the day, and I will not feel well. But then if I have a partner and we are performing on stage together, where I'm having a slot and the person is having a slot, and then I'm doing some group exercises with the people, I have enough breaks where I can rest, so I can put up my energy again and be high performing. So, but this is something you have to figure out for yourself. You can do the free tests, or you can book the test with myself, and we just do it on the phone, because there are some things, it's a video call, and I'll do the analysis with you together, so to make sure we have all the right information. And yeah, so you can figure out exactly what type you are and how you can work in your work-life balance. And the last thing I want to share with you, do not try to take on other people's advice. Listen to yourself, listen to your body, because it's always great. Other people always know better for you. They always know what's better for you, what you should do. Oh, I read this. Oh, my doctor said this. And no, there's no other way than what I read in this magazine or even in research. And there's nothing else that works. Do not listen to these people, but please do not listen it. It doesn't matter if it's a very close relative, your partner, or your best friend. Do not let them tell you what's the best for you, but listen to your body when you feel good, and in what stage in your life you have felt the best. How did you look like? What did you do? How old were you? And that was your perfect stage. So you might be in the imbalance right now, but what we want to do, especially in Ayurveda, is to bring you back to that stage when you felt the best. And in your work-life balance is as well to be in this stage when you feel the best. So do not let anyone tell you that you should eat only salad every day. Yeah, it's healthy, but if you're like a person where it's like 2 degrees outside now in winter, and you're freezing day and night, and you're eating a cold salad, you might feel so uncomfortable. So this is not a good recommendation. Have some fruit like by the side, by have some really good healthy hot meal. It might be a soup, it might be like some other hot dish, but eat something which will warm you up from the inside, and not something that actually pushes you even more into your imbalance or into your uncomfortable feeling. So definitely listen to your body. Think about it. When was it the last time you felt really, really great? And that's your best situation or your best case where you want to go back to. If you need help with that, definitely let me know and send me your questions. I try to answer all your questions in the car talks as well. And yeah, so I can cover as much as possible with you from your topics. But definitely listen to your body. Your body knows what's good for it. And yeah, but then it's like one big thing I want to share as well before I end this video. I'm sorry. Your body knows what's the best for itself, but don't get irritated or get fooled by all the cravings. So what I'm saying with that is people who eat a lot of refined sugar, it's proven it's kind of like a really addictive drug, and you might get really high cravings on sugar. But this is not a sign that your body is saying I need sugar or I need refined sugar. Try to find something else. There are a lot of different products which you can use, for example honey, or there's stevia sugar. I do not, very important, do not use the processed stevia, but there's stevia actually in the little leaves, and they're dried leaves. This is the right stevia, this is the original stevia. You can just put it in a tea and make really nice sweet tea, which is really tasty. Yeah, but do not get fooled by the cravings for something really bad. This is not your body telling you, oh, sugar is healthy for me, I should eat it. These are cravings which kind of are addictive cravings. So try to stay more healthy, or just eat something else instead, and then your body gets a different connection and say like, oh, if I'm low on sugar, I don't need to crave for chocolate, or I don't need to crave for like some yogurt or whatever, but actually like a peach would be working great, or an apple or a banana. So there's so many different as well recipes what you can do, like a fried banana, you know, do this kind of things to start doing healthy things without the refined sugar. But yeah, just like with healthy sugar substitutes. So this is the last thing I wanted to share with you. Don't get fooled by bad cravings, but definitely listen to your body, especially on the energy level for the work-life balance, so you understand when you need breaks, when you need to eat. Even if it's 5 times a day, then it's 5 times a day. So it's totally okay to eat a lot of times in a day as long as you eat the right things. So one short thing to share, there's one woman I'm working with. She is so lovely. She's just an amazing person, and she is super overweight. She wants to lose weight, but she's kind of like, oh, I'm feeling well, I'll be fine. But she gets a lot of health problems as well. So yeah, and I was looking at her and was like, what are you eating today for lunch? And I came to visit her at work to see what she's eating for lunch, and she had yogurt, like a chocolate yogurt, then a 0.1% fat, like a very low fat yogurt drink, which is still like, it's not good for your body. And then she had some crisps. What was the other thing? There was some 4th thing that was so horrible for her body. Sorry, I don't want to lie, but I don't remember. But I was just shocked that there was nothing. Well, it was kind of a real food. She wasn't eating real food. She was just buying whatever she finds in the store, which she can consume right away without preparing anything, and which had a lot of sugar, processed sugar, of course. And that was horrible, because her choice was already, she bought a low-fat product, but it was still full of sugar, and it was nothing that gave her the energy that her body really needs. So after consuming that amount of nothing pretty much into her body, she was hungry only 2 hours later. So I went shopping with her, and I was like, why did you choose this and not the ready salad, which you don't even need to reheat? And she was just like, oh, I don't like salad. I was like, why don't you like salad? And she's like, oh, the green leaves are very bitter. Yeah, we did an analysis on her Ayurveda dosha, and bitter taste is not her favorite.